morning, adventurers from the very tippy top of the lower 48. If you guys have been following along, you know that we have been hinting about taking Clementine and Ruby up to Alaska. It turns out the route to get from here to Anchorage is about 40 hours. It's a very winding route through a lot of mountain passes.
Yeah, and knowing us, it'll probably take more like 80 hours or longer.
So instead, we found a much more direct highway that we are going to be taking. That is right. Clementine and Ruby are going to board a ferry and we are going to sail away on the Alaska Marine Highway. Will we get scurvy? I hope not. Will I get seasick? Almost definitely.
Will we make it to Alaska? Huh? That's the question.
I hope so. I like putting the odds in somebody else's hands. We're paying them to get us safely to Alaska instead of relying on ourselves, so fingers and toes and everything crossed that we make it. All right, Alaska, here we come.
Can you guys believe that we have made it this far? When we first set out on this journey, we had this wild idea to put Clementine and Ruby on a ferry. We were pretty skeptical that we would even make it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, we 100% did not think we would get here. Especially since we had a little bit of engine trouble down in Death Valley and had to traverse the entirety of the US to get up here.
Yeah, so we were ready at any moment to pretty much call it quits. But since then, Clementine has not given us any issues. Ruby hasn't given us any issues. And they got us all the way here to Bellingham, Washington. But yes, we are taking the Alaska Marine Highway. And that is basically a route through the water that takes you all the way up to a bunch of different stops on the coast of Alaska.
Now, normally you can sail all the way from here in Washington to Anchorage. However, they have limited availability this season, I guess due to staffing shortages. So the furthest we can get is Haines, Alaska, which is a good way up there, I will say.
And then we're thinking about maybe from there, we'll just drive to like 10, 15 hours, something like that, over to Anchorage. We'll see, stay tuned. We haven't quite decided yet. So the way this works is you put your vehicle on the ferry and then you can actually rent a stateroom. They were all full, so we didn't get a stateroom. So then what the heck do you do?
Well, it turns out you do exactly what you might think. You just sleep wherever you can, on the floor, out on the bow of the ship.
Yeah, you can even pitch a tent on the deck of the ship and stay there for the entirety of your journey.
The only place that you cannot sleep is in your RV.
Yeah, which is kind of a bummer because how sick would that be? We just like go to sleep on a boat in our RV, but that's not gonna happen.
No.
But we figured staying in a tent on the deck of the ship, like sailing off the coast of Alaska, sounds kind of cool, right?
Sounds like a horrible once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we could not pass up. It's gonna be a wild adventure that we will experience with you guys. We'll take you along so that if you ever do this, you know exactly what you're in for.
First things first, we have to detach Ruby, and then we should be able to drive them on separately, kind of get in line, and then bring them on? I don't know.
We keep looking over here because the ferry's right there.
Yeah, we just want to make sure it's not going anywhere.
Do you guys know how long we'll be on this ferry? 3 days and 7 hours. So, home sweet home, here we come.
Man, I forget how heavy this tow bar is. Holy cow, man, this thing is like 40, 50 pounds. We decided to take the tow bar off because we realized it saved us about a foot's worth of length on the back of our RV. And you guys would not believe how much money that ended up saving us. How much was it?
About $1,500.
$1,500 because we were 1 foot smaller. So make sure you get your measurements accurate. And if you can reduce the overall length somehow, it is worth it. Check it out, we finally have an excuse to use our little two-way radios.
Oh yeah. Is it on?
It should be on.
Hello? Oh.
Well, I gotta be in.
Well, go get it. Go get in there. Over.
Are you going first, right?
Yeah, I guess I'll go first and you can bring it up the rear. Over. All right, y'all, we got about 30 minutes until we're supposed to bring the cars on board. So we're just gonna drive up there and there should be some kind of staging area. We're not really sure exactly where to go, but I assume we can figure it out. We really have no idea what to expect on this ferry trip. We don't know if it's gonna be really crowded, if there's gonna be a lot of other people with tents. So do they give you any kind of confirmation number or something like that I'm supposed to give them?
Yeah, actually, I think I have it in my email. Oops.
Well, if you could just pull that on up, that'd be lovely. Thanks. Love you. Over.
Love you, mean it. Over.
How's it going?
So I will have to park you guys in different lanes.
That's all right.
Because different lanes. Do we have propane on here?
Yeah.
And are we bringing ammunition or weapons?
They're measuring us right now, so we're hoping that we gave them the right number, or else we won't be getting that discount that we mentioned earlier.
You're gonna go on the left-hand side of that RV.
Okay, so good news, they are not super exact with the length of the vehicle. She just does a quick measurement, and I think if you're off by a half a foot here or there, it's no problem. That's what we were hoping for. So we saved a ton of money by taking that hitch off. That might not have even been a deal if we left it on, but better safe than sorry. Lucky lane number 14.
Did you say anything about the length?
No, she went out and measured it, but didn't seem to think it was wrong. All right, so I'm just sitting in the front of lane 14. There's a bunch of other different vans and RVs and campers around me. Allison actually went to a different section where all the regular vehicles are lining up.
Chosen to board, and you basically line up and drive onto this conveyor belt thing, and then it lifts you up to the next level, something like that. It's very loud, a little freaky. I don't love that I have to do it all on my own, but here we go. Okay, I'm officially on the ferry. I'm trying to find the elevators. The guy gave me a tip to get up to the top and get a good camping spot. But of course I had to walk through the cabin and just see what we're missing out on. It's so nice and cool and quiet in here, and I have a feeling up on the top of the deck, it's not gonna be anything like this. It's not gonna be luxurious or glamorous or anything. So I think I am headed up somewhere up here. Okay, I think I'm headed the right way.
So it looks like they actually already let Allison on. Apparently the process was pretty chaotic. But I'm just still sitting here with all the other RVs just chilling. But I guess she's on the boat already, so she's gonna go like stake out a spot for the tent. I guess I'm just gonna sit here. To be honest, I was trying to take a little nap. I've been sitting here for a good 30 minutes now.
All right, I'm officially on board. I found the solarium, which I think is the best tent camping spot. And I think that if you hop out of the RV, you should be able to see me up here.
Oh yeah, look at you.
Hello.
So far yet so close.
I know. Man, it was a wild journey getting up here, though. There's a lot of hallways and corridors and stairwells and elevators, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to find you once you get on here.
Well, they haven't even showed a sign of starting to move these RVs yet, so
yeah,
it might be a while. But at least we got a good spot. I'm pretty excited about that.
That is true, and I did a little exploring. I saw the movie theater, confirmed there is a bar and lounge, there's like chill areas and restaurants, so
very
I
nice.
think it's going to be a good old time.
Well, y'all, I've been on the boat for about 2.5 hours now, and poor Eric's just sitting out there in the parking lot. The whole boat is filling up behind me. I think I've walked the whole thing about 14 times. I think I know where everything is now. I'm a pro. Boy, is this annoying. None of the food options are open. The bar is not open. All of my gear is in the RV with Eric. We did not plan this out well, so I'm just here. My phone's gonna die. Not off to a great start, but I'm hoping there's only a few cars left. He's gotta be soon, right?
I've been waiting here for about almost 3 hours now, and they have finally chosen me. That took way longer than I ever imagined it would. Poor Allison's been on the boat this entire time, just up on the upper deck, and we can see each other. We've been able to see each other for like the last 3 hours. And I do not think this ship is gonna be leaving on time, because that's about 20 minutes from now.
Tickets and photo ID, please.
So these are tickets.
Okay. Okay, so is Allison on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on in, it's loud as heck out there.
God. That was a long time that you had to wait.
A lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. Holy cow.
My God, I've just been wandering the decks. Y'all, I feel like I'm on a cruise ship all over again. It's wild up there.
But you should be a pro. You know where everything is, right?
I will give you the full tour.
They parked us in here, and then they said they're going to have me back up or something. So I don't know what's happening exactly.
I'll just chill with you and charge my phone because it is dead.
Yeah.
I was so scared I wasn't going to find you.
That's the, okay, yep, a little towards me then. You're home. Just
All
take
right.
a parking brake.
Right on.
All
All
right.
right, we're on the boat, officially. All right, we've got a suitcase here that has all of our bedding stuffed in there, so it's kind of condensed down. We got a duffel bag here that's full of a bunch of mostly my stuff. Backpack, your backpack.
I've already got the tent and our sleeping pad up there, so I think we're ready. I mean, you can come down here multiple times in a day.
Yeah, I think actually, didn't they say you can only come back when you're in port? I think for like 20 minutes or something?
Something like that.
It remains to be seen.
But we have enough provisions so that if we can't make it back down here for a day or two, we'll be okay up there. Gosh.
Time to shove off.
Shove off and ship out, matey.
She really wanted to get a captain's hat for this bit.
I
but
tried so hard, y'all. We went to a couple different places and nobody had them. But I did find something that you're gonna like.
Ooh, what could it be?
That's a teaser. You have to stay tuned. If this wasn't exciting enough, stay tuned to see what weird hat I found.
We are getting our tent all set up. Man, this is such a weird experience. We're on the deck of a boat, and it's basically like a tent encampment all set up. As you can see behind me, you can't drive a stake into the hull of a boat, so duct tape to the rescue. How weird is this?
It just keeps getting weirder and weirder, I feel like.
And we specifically got black duct tape because I thought it would look more classy or something. Why do we even worry about stuff like that?
I don't know, but he was very concerned at Home Depot that he could not find black duct tape.
I don't know if you guys noticed in our little tent setup time lapse, but we have never set this tent up before. We actually bought it used at REI, and it does not come with instructions, but it does come with a whole bunch of sand on the inside that we didn't know about until now.
Yeah, they say that they like check everything out, so I thought they would have maybe cleaned it out, but they didn't. They left us a
Nope.
nice pile of sand inside.
I'm gonna put a lot of duct tape on this because I feel like, what if a hurricane blows through or something? All right, we're camping on a boat. Oh, the views are already spectacular though. You can see we're just like shoving off from the coastline. Sadly, it's a little hazy, but hopefully it'll clear up a bit more when we get up north.
Basically, I'm just gonna pretend like this is an amazing Alaskan cruise
Yeah.
that we've never been on.
It pretty much is, right? It's not exactly a luxury cruise, but you know, luxury cruises are for the birds. Y'all, we got the ultimate camping pad. Check this thing out. This isn't just a little air mattress. This thing should inflate to like this thick.
4 inches.
4 inches thick.
Watchman to the purser counter, watchman to the purser counter.
And it's full of foam on the inside, so it kind of self-inflates and then you can pump it up a little bit more, but we've already tested it out and it basically feels like our mattress in the RV. We might be camping on the deck of a boat, but we're doing it in as much style as we possibly can, or at least as much comfort.
Yeah.
Do I look comfortable yet?
You look, I don't know what's happening. No, we are not caught in a hurricane, y'all. This is just the wind that is happening on the back of this ship.
This is probably the least amount of wind we're gonna see this entire trip.
Needless to say, we use almost all of our duct tape to duct tape this down. I'm very glad we have earplugs because this is just gonna be flapping like one of those crazy guys outside of a car dealership all night.
Yeah, but pro tip, bring some really high quality duct tape because it seems to have done the trick.
Yes.
Pull these guys out because we get all the wind and they
Yeah.
don't get it.
I know.
Yeah, we're blocking the wind for everybody back here, so get closer to this thing. We put ours out here because we wanted a view, you know? It'll be worth it when we wake up to this, right?
It's totally gonna be worth it, assuming we don't get lifted off into outer space. We're gonna
Yeah.
wake up and we're gonna be a kite flying off the back of the ship.
But I think we have the best duct tape job here, and we have a couple anchors here going to the pole here, and this really helped to stabilize the tent. So we'll put in our earplugs, and I think we'll sleep like babies. So dinner and a beer?
Dinner and the biggest beer they have, please. y'all, they have a whole freaking dining room on this ferry. Now, not every one of the ferries has this. Ours is going one of the further lengths, and so I guess it has more people on it. I'm not sure. But we have a whole dining room, and we got a delicious feast for our first meal.
Alaskan salmon, y'all.
Alaskan salmon, baked potato, some fancy cauliflower, and of course some Alaskan beer. Hopefully this is a sight we will be seeing soon. Maybe? Do you see polar bears?
I see a polar bear with the most beautiful aurora behind it.
Yeah, but from a safe distance so it doesn't maul us.
Cauliflower's dancing there a little bit.
I know, this boat is really a rocket.
I think we're right on top of the engine right now.
So in our next video, we are going to give y'all a proper tour of this ferry.
Also show you guys how we slept, because we're a little skeptical.
This deck is right above the engines. We're a little bit further removed, so I'm hoping it'll be more of a nice lull instead of an abrupt
So
shake.
when you go down on that deck down there, you can camp there as well, but you can see there's not very many people there, and that's because...
But up there, of course, we've got more wind, so it's like... So we'll see which one's better.
Y'all, we're in our tent for the night. Man, this has been such a weird experience. We're just on the deck of a ship in the middle of a tent city. There's people all around us. There's people out there just like sleeping in lawn chairs. People just have air mattresses that they've just laid out.
People are just sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I feel bad because the way to get to the restrooms and everything is walking right through them, but they seem to be sleeping just fine.
Yeah.
I could not do that. Kudos to you if you can.
But yeah, after dinner, we actually found the bar area and we just chilled there and had some drinks. We played some dominoes, which we haven't played in forever. But then to kind of get ready for bed, we just went in the bathrooms and we brushed our teeth and did that whole thing. And I guess we're gonna see how well we sleep tonight.
We didn't want to have to buy too many things. We just have like our comforter.
Yeah, this is from the RV.
Yeah, we brought our own bedding, our own pillows and all that. So I think it's gonna be kind of nice.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, there's just, you can see like the wind is just like moving the tent, and then the engine is like right over there. You can hear it, you know?
I'm hoping it's just gonna like be a constant noise and lull us to sleep.
Yeah. But man, it is so crazy. We are on the ferry, Clementine's on the ferry, Ruby's on the ferry. They are going to Alaska. It's gonna happen.
We're going to Alaska. Y'all, honestly, we have a lot of plans like set in stone for Anchorage and Fairbanks and all kinds of fun stuff coming up. But I haven't officially booked any of our stays because I didn't really believe that we would get here.
Yeah, deep down we're always afraid like something's gonna go wrong and then we're gonna regret having booked all this stuff.
No, but my brother has booked a whole vacation surrounded around us making it up there.
We've actually had a little bit of cell signal since we left Bellingham. We've had basically between 1 to 3 bars. We're on Verizon, and so far we've been able to send emails, load a couple web pages. It hasn't been so bad.
It's been okay. I think it'll maybe get worse the further we go.
I think so. Well, stay tuned
see.
and see. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be on this ship for another few days, and we're going to make our way up to Haines, Alaska. We're going to have some beautiful sights. The smoke should clear up. We can't freaking wait. I think it's just going to get more weird and quirky from here on out.
Oh, I'm so excited. And we might be able to pop off at some of the ports.
Yeah.
We'll see. Good night, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road, on the seas, the high seas.